A unique little monster movie here, or rather one with bizarre production circumstances. 1977's The Last Dinosaur was a co-production between the United States and Japan on what is, essentially, a tokusatsu. The Japanese studio was Tsuburaya Productions, famous for producing the Ultraman series, and on the American end was Rankin Bass Productions, best known for their animated work. Christmas specials, a couple of 2D animated features in the early 80s, as well as some television programs around that time, such as Thundercats. However, even before The Last Dinosaur, Rankin Bass had co-produced 1967's King Kong Escapes, which is funny because this film's Tyrannosaurus Rex costume looks a lot like that film's Gorosaurus. This was one of at least 3 live-action monster co-productions between Tsuburaya and Rankin Bass. The Bermuda Depths follows in 1978, and then The Ivory Ape in 1980. Although, of course, today we will focus upon 1977's The Last Dinosaur. 2 directors are credited on this project, one Tsugunobu Kotani, who was later also credited with the other 2 aforementioned subsequent monster pictures, and also Alexander Grasshoff. Grasshoff is a famous/infamous documentary filmmaker, most well known for his 1967 documentary Young Americans winning an award at the 1969 Academy Awards ceremony before being revoked shortly afterward. The only instance of this as of 2021. Eventually he found himself co-directing The Last Dinosaur. The production took place in Japan, being filmed at both Tsuburaya's studio and on location in the Japanese Alps. It was intended for theatrical distribution in the United States, but was ultimately unsuccessful, resulting in it being edited down and aired on ABC as a telefilm. It was, however, theatrically distributed in its original cut in the UK, where it apparently screened as a double feature with William Friedkin's Sorcerer. It was released theatrically in Japan, and distributed by Toho, actually. This film stars Richard Boone of Have Gun Will Travel fame, playing the kind of character which he was known for in this time. Old, grizzled, sarcastic hunter, the kind of character we can also imagine John Huston playing. Still, Boone is a charismatic performer, worth much of what makes this film watchable. Maury Laws, the composer of much of the Rankin Bass music over the years, provided this film's score, whilst the film's titular song, He's the Last Dinosaur, had lyrics written by Jules Bass and was sung by Nancy Wilson. It was arranged and conducted by one Bernard Hoffer. The song's lyrics directly compare Boone's character, Mason Frost Jr., with the prehistoric Last Dinosaur. It is an amazing song, please do seek it out, even if you do not this film. The Last Dinosaur is not seamless. None of the human actors were filmed with the dinosaurs in frame. They constantly cut between dinosaur costume and human reaction, or crudely insert the looming beast into the backdrop of the frame. It is mildly amusing, really. Alex Grasshoff likely didn't see this production as particularly glamorous or fulfilling. It certainly wasn't going to garner him any Oscar nomination, although Richard Boone's presence saves the human section of this film, which I assume Grasshoff oversaw, from being dry. Meanwhile, the monster material is nice and satiating. The battle between the Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops is good, goofy entertainment. I assume that Kotani oversaw these segments. In the context of 20th century dinosaur flicks, The Last Dinosaur isn't necessarily a crown jewel, although how many would truly qualify as such. Like The Land Unknown, released in fact 20 years from The Land Unknown, these films are fun to watch their monster props strut around as their actors attempt to figure out how to stop them. If you know what you're getting into, The Last Dinosaur can be very fun.